Good morning, beautiful people. My dog is over here again. Come here, just come here, come here. So last Saturday in September, I'm still doing math like it's 2018 and 2020 is like 3 months away, so can't write any checks. But anyway, so I used to be way skinnier than I am right now, and I used to be like a competitive lifter, and I used to be able to run, 7-minute miles, 6-minute miles. Could do all this stuff, fit into my favorite jeans, all that stuff. It's so pretty. And I'm in a fitness competition right now. It's my first one in 3.5 years because I got really sick a couple of years ago. And I normally just do like the cardio they tell me to do, but every once in a while I like to run outside, and it's, still hot down here, so I got to pick my days when I do that. But anyway, not the point. So was running and getting really, frustrated or even down, thinking, oh, I used to be able to dominate this trail. Hills used to not bother me, blah, blah, blah. I used to could. Comparing myself to where I was a couple of years ago, a couple of years ago, I got sick, so 3 years ago. So all I'm doing is comparing myself to what I was 3 years ago. I'm not who I am. Or who I was. I am who I am, sorry. I'm not who I was 3 years ago. And I need to learn to be okay with that. Comparison really is the thief of joy. And I can't look at other moms, other women who seem to have it all together, have this perfect physique, like, good for you. If God gave you that, then run with it, okay? You gotta play the deck, play the cards you're dealt, right? So, but that's just not me, and that's all right. And I need to be okay with that. And you're not worry about other married couples who seem to never argue, or everything seems to go right for them, or they don't ever have to stress about anything. They get to go on. I don't need to worry about that, because I need to be worried about my marriage, my relationship. And here's the other thing. If I'm going to compare myself to anybody, it needs to be the image that God has for me. It needs to be how God sees me. That's who I need to compare myself to, because God sees me as made in his image, as made perfect by the blood of Christ, as forgiven, as somebody with a purpose that he designed and he created. God sees me as this awesome, as a daughter, as a flawless daughter. Now, he's keeping a record. I'm going to have to answer for everything when I get to the gates. That's written down. But at the same time, it says that your sins are spread as far as the east is from the west, that your scarlet sins are washed white as snow. So he sees each of us as his kids. And you don't look at your kids going, you turd. You could be like so-and-so, or you could be a star, you could be an athlete, you could be somebody else's kid. And if you are doing that to your kids, stop. And your kids are exactly who God made them to be. You can shape and mold and help them find their place in the world. Do not compare your kids to anybody else or each other. Okay, now we're moving past that. So yeah, comparison really is a thief of joy, because I should have been enjoying the run this morning. I should have been saying, all right, well, I did it. I did something good for my health. But instead, for half the time, I was thinking I should be able to knock down like 3 minutes off these miles, no problem. But I couldn't do it today. And I really took away the joy of the run. But then afterwards, I was like, well, get your head out of your butt, So that's my goal now, is if I'm going to compare myself to anybody, it's trying to envision how God sees me, and then compare myself to, am I living up to how God sees me? Am I living up to his standard? Am I doing things in his purpose and his will for my life? That's who I need to compare myself to. And if I could at least wrap my head around that, at least see myself for who God sees me, game over. Nothing gets in your way when you see yourself as God's child. Nothing. Those little memes that go around, and I love them to death. I share them every time I find them. It's like, when somebody's messing with you, straighten up your crown and remind them whose kid you are. Daggone right. Straighten up your crown, move on with your life, and just say, am I doing everything in his will and his guidance and his purpose? And if you're just comparing yourself to how God sees you, you're going to be unstoppable. Have a good day.